My roommate stole my food, so I made them eat brains. Back in college, I was working full-time and going to school full-time, so I barely had any energy left for cooking. I'd meal prep a few days worth of food, label my shelf in the shared fridge, and all I wanted was to come home after a brutal day, heat up my food, and eat in peace. But nope, 9 times out of 10, I'd walk in and find my roommate's friends sitting there eating my meals, not just leftovers, literally my entire food for the week. And the worst part, they'd smile at me while chewing and say, "Oh my god, this is so good, you should have made more." I begged them over and over, stop touching my shit, didn't matter. Every single time I opened that fridge, my food was gone. And after a 16-hour day when your stomach is eating itself, that's rage on another level. So one weekend, I snapped. I went home to my parents' place and cooked a giant pot of spaghetti, like massive, enough to feed an army. I seasoned it perfectly, made it smell amazing, because I knew they'd eat every last bite the second I left it in the fridge. Sure enough, I dragged myself back to the dorm after a long day, and there they are. 3 girls who weren't even my roommates, standing in the kitchen with my huge bowl of spaghetti, shoveling it down like they hadn't eaten in weeks. The bowl's almost empty. One of them looks at me, smiles, and goes, "This is seriously the best spaghetti I've ever had. How'd you make it?" I didn't even flinch. I just said, totally straight-faced, "Oh, that's a recipe from back home on the farm. We use head cheese from the butcher. You know, pig brains. That's the meat in the spaghetti." They froze. Total city girls. No clue what head cheese even was. So I looked her dead in the eye and added, "Yeah, pig brains. Most of my meals are made with it. Tastes good, right?" Her fork clattered to the floor. She went pale, then bolted for the bathroom, gagging before she even made it. I hear the door slam, then splat, splat, splat. She didn't even make it to the toilet. She puked all over the bathroom, the sink, the carpet outside the door. It looked like a horror scene. The other 2 dropped their forks, screamed, and literally ran out of the dorm. Gone. And just like that, my food stopped disappearing. Nobody touched my shelf again. Nobody even spoke to me again. Sweetest, pettiest revenge I've ever pulled off. The best part? The brains were just sausage and lean beef mixed together to look a little funny when cooked, but they didn't know that, and I never told them.